Now today, Bloomberg Markets releases its ranking of top-performing hedge funds in 2014. Bloomberg's Shelby Holliday is here to tell us how these hedge funds became the most successful in the world and in a very difficult season for hedge fund performance, right?
Yeah, it was a lackluster year for hedge funds. But as always, there were a few managers that really shined. Coming in at number one on Bloomberg Markets list.
This is actually a shocker, I want to say, because of
this wild year.
One scandalous trade, yeah.
It was a roller coaster year. Number one, Bill Ackman's Pershing Square International. Obviously, Allergan ended up not so bad for him after all. I think after all is said and done, he's looking at more than $2 billion in profits, and that's after paying Valiant something like 15% of the profits.
So the Silver Fox has done incredibly well.
The Silver Fox had a tremendous year.
But Herbalife, I mean, when you look at Herbalife,
turned around finally.
Yeah, it finally turned around, but it didn't seem to be the biggest winner for him. It was pretty embarrassing for him for a long time.
It turned around, which I think was actually in itself a win.
That's right.
Canadian Pacific also did well for him. Number two on the list, Ackman was an outlier. Most of these funds were debt. Most of these managers were debt traders. Number two was Hedge Global. It's a Singapore-based fund. It had a 32% return through October. Quant-driven funds did really well this year.
The debt traders, by the way, the debt traders always seem a little bit more boring. They're not quite as exciting, right?
Well, it's a quant fund.
The credit is where the smart money trades. That's a quant fund.
Well,
so
smart is the word,
yeah.
as you pointed out.
Yeah.
Incredibly smart guys behind that fund. Number three, number four, STS Partners and Hilding Opportunities. Both returned about 24%. They had a very strong year last year as well. Some of the only funds on this top 10 list that had double-digit returns both last year and this year.
Not actually one-hit wonders able to repeat, although Bill Ackman has to be one of the legends of hedge fund managers
in 2014.
Overall. Not just in 2014, right? He's done well for years and years.
He has, but he's had some roller coaster years. This was a tremendous year for him. What I liked about STS Partners and Hilding Opportunities, these guys go skiing. STS Partners, based in Steamboat Springs. They said they cut coupons when things aren't great. They just hit the slopes.
Right. Well, you know, Paul Tudor Jones also a big skier, and he was kind of one of the first kind of big swinging guys on Wall Street. If you recall the documentary about him, he's making trades while in Stad.
Well,
which is a little bit classier than Steamboat Springs.
They're playing lacrosse. They say, hey, when things go bad, I'll just go coach lacrosse. Not a bad attitude.